Here she comes. It is 9 degrees, would you believe? Oh man, but it's beautiful. Look at it. Tipplers Passage. Still dark on the beach. There we go. Bring in that warmth. Good morning on day 50 of Peter and Doxie sailing north to Queensland. We're in Queensland, but certainly going further north than Queensland. Just leaving Tipplers Passage at the moment, and looking at going to Coochimudlo, which is basically at the bottom of Moreton Bay, where we exit the waterways and enter the bay itself. So, bit of a windy passage today. I've left Tipplers, hopefully in time to ride the last bit of the incoming tide in the main channel, and then catch the outgoing tide from Jacob's Well going north. Jacob's Well is sort of like it's sort of like top of the hill, if you like, where the tides basically separate. So, on the outgoing tide, north of Jacob's Well, it flows north to Moreton Bay. South of Jacob's Well, it flows south towards the Gold Coast. So I'm hoping to sort of cross the hill in time to catch it both ways. Anyway, we're just coming up to the main channel. I'm actually fighting the tide at the moment, but as soon as I turn this bend up ahead, it should be with me. So, and of course that ensures high water as well. Okay, so if you can see the black and white mark up ahead, that's the turn into the main channel, and we'll be heading off down that way. And what a clear blue morning it is. However, it was 9 degrees this morning. Oh, what's that all about? There's a cool breeze now too. It's not tropical, but sunshine on my back is kind of making up for that. So nice start to the morning. Right, this is our marker. Turn right down that channel. Yeah, with the cool air, I guess, comes the very clear skies, no moisture. Turns are having fun. Just heading down this passage under jib at the moment, just crawling along, but no rush. Yeah, the wind's pushing us along 3 to 4 knots at the moment. Just the stillness of it. Well, if these guys would go away. No, all good. Just you can see the tides right into the mangroves now. So yeah, the high tide's actually here earlier than it is in Jacob's Well. And we go on there for a minute. I thought, oh hell, I'm late. I thought, no, 10 something at Jacob's Well. So don't want to get there too early, otherwise I'll be fighting it the other way. Just feel the peace. It's just so quiet. Just drifting along. Distant rumble. Maybe it's the city of Gold Coast down south. Maybe it's the surf on the other side of Stradbroke. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Just gliding along. Alright, just coming up to a T-junction, if you like. Well, even if you don't like, I'm coming up to it anyway. So we're going to be hanging a left up here and head towards Jacob's Well that way. Just put the engine back on, just make sure I've got maximum maneuverability in these narrow channels. Look at that sun on the water. That'll be jumping pin down that way. I stayed there last time, but I just don't have time to go everywhere now because I lost so much time coming here. So that'll be the channel we'll be taking up there. We're in 5 meters of water almost at the moment, so it's pretty well getting to top of the tide. So nice. The turns are pointing the way. Alright, we've made the turn. I've reeled in the jib again. We're going more into the winds now for this short leg. That should be Jacob's Well up ahead. Just tracking along to Jacob's Well, following the coast quite closely here, this channel. I think the tide's slackened, or at least not fighting me at the moment anyway. It's hard to know at which point it will change. But anyway, as I say, still beautiful out here. I can see people would come down and lose themselves down here in the summer, I'm sure. White heron or egret or kutuku. I suppose that describes erosion. Just crossed over the shallow shoaly bit. Jacob's Well over there. There's a big marina and stuff in there. Is that Rudy Maas? I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Continuing on. Going to go through Jacob's Well, and we will be curving around to the right. So at the moment we're actually going due west. So we'll be turning south again once we hit the curve, which is Jacob's Well. Just coming into Jacob's Well, the wind's completely died away. Anyway, looking at the boat up and ahead, so I think the tide's still against me at this point, but it can't be far off. And it certainly has got no strength against me now, so all good. Yeah, it's completely calm here. Jacob's Well, as we pass through, just riding through town. Lots of boats down here moored. Yeah, it goes all the way down through there too. So, yeah, a very popular place to have a boat. Very protected place, so yeah, nothing wrong with that. And the waterfront at Jacob's Well. Small little place. I'm not sure what's in the hinterland and how close it is to places on land, but yeah, here on the water it seems quite isolated. Just put the jib back out now as we're making the turn north again, and just feeling a little puff coming in, which is just pushing along. I'm just going to keep the engine on until we're out of this constricted space, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, just idling the engine now. I think my little southerly is coming in. Just have to jibe the jib jibe. And I think my dastardly little plan might work. Yeah, I'm just noticing the boats now are starting to ride forward on their moorings or anchors. So I'm thinking the tide be changing in my favour. Seems I was a bit quick off the mark before. This is Rudy Maas. I think they're breaking up some large vessel in there behind the sign. Well, large crafts coming through. Okay, all manner of things here. These people live on a nice waterfront. Those people used to live on a nice waterfront. And yeah, all sorts of industry going on in there. As we sort of bend the curve back around to the right, wend our way through the islands and the shallows and the marshes and who knows what. Okay, it's Amity Trader leaving Amity. And yeah, just heading off now around these piers and around the point of Amity. And another bend in the road. So you've got the power lines in sight now. It's a little bit more or less wild here. Some sort of industry. Yeah, still cruising through green and blue waterways. Looks like another yacht's coming up behind me, going faster. Good sign. It means other yachts are timing going through here at the same time. I've been passed by a couple of catamarans and stuff, so that's always a good sign. Well, apparently this is Rocky Point, and this is Russell Island, quite a big island actually. It stretches on for quite some way. Right, it's Carragara Channel through there. So I'll be just making a bit of a curve around, and then heading out into that channel. Looks a lot busier out there, car ferries and everything. Then we're coming back to civilization again, or whatever they call it these days. So once we get through Carragara Channel, I'll be turning right and heading north again. Ferries everywhere. Car ones. Other ones. A lot of busyness all of a sudden. Really at a crossroads here by the looks. Alright, just coming up at the end, the marker here at the end of the sandbar. We'll do a left and head out basically through the markers where that ferry's just gone. I think that's Macleay Island over there. Maybe it's that one. I don't know. I could look at the map or I could phone video. Obviously not both. That was a fun little channel to go through. Jeez. Yeah, talk about narrow and bends here and there, and then the ferry comes by you and it's like, yeah. I know you're supposed to stop and wait for the ferry, but that ferry wasn't even in sight when I started, so yeah. No harm, no foul. On down the channel. More busyness. Right, well, looks like we're getting there. That little hillock on the left of the channel should be Victoria Point, so that's the mainland. And on the right, on the other side of the channel, should be Coochimudlo, as far as I can make out at the moment. And yeah, you don't need to think that the breeze isn't cold. It is. Whoa! Yeah, especially when you're standing in the shadow of the sail. I'm just keeping the engine on, just idle at the moment, just to give me an extra knot or two. Yeah, just to keep the progress going. We've got the tide with us and the wind with us, but there's not much, so this is just comfortable. Just swinging around a bit further now. You can see at a distance there the channel between North Stradbroke Island and Moreton Island, and that's the open sea. So Moreton Island will basically cover us all the way up to Brisbane. So yeah, which obviously makes up Moreton Bay. So yeah, it's getting closer. Lots of mud islands here. Obviously just been growing up through mangroves, I guess, settling on sandbars and what over time. It is a sort of an estuary type location, so a lot of the silt and everything has probably come down over the years and gathered and taken shape. So we're just coming up, should be Coochimudlo ahead. I have to go a little bit past it and do a dog leg to come back in and find an anchorage. Yeah, Coochimudlo. Looks like there's an anchorage there at the end for me. I'm not going to go ashore anyway. I'm just here overnight, basically, so I can go on to Brisbane tomorrow. Yeah, looking around to Macleay Island. Funny, look at the map. It's a lot more populated than you expect it to be. But, yeah, why not? We used to have family friends on Coochimudlo, but I think they've long since gone. Oh, here I am at Coochimudlo, just behind these boats. Get my distance. Ferry wharf there, and just nice long beaches. So I'm interested to see if I hear the curlews tonight, because this is the first place I really saw and heard them on my last trip. So I'll see if that happens. So just panning around. Clay Island over there. And yeah, whence I came. Funny, you see that smoke, that chimney way in the distance there. I remember seeing that from Tipplers. It was the way I was going. Now it's where I've come from, pretty much. The blue hills and everything. Still no cloud over the hills. So that's looking back where I came from. Well, here we are in Coochimudlo, another day and another place to sleep. So the boat's just turned around now as the tide's coming back in, which basically means that the wind is now not blowing into the cockpit. I can sit in the sun and out of the wind for a brief moment before it goes down. But yeah, that is fresh, I tell you. Yeah, it was a good little run today. A lot of engine work, but yeah, as to be expected in waterways like that, where it goes here, there, and everywhere else. But yeah, it all went well, and it was a beautiful, clear day to do it. So tomorrow, looking forward to going to Brisbane, and I'll probably take a few days there, maybe. Definitely. And yeah, so it's probably going to be about 8 odd hours getting up Moreton Bay to where I want to be at Newport in Brisbane. So yeah, it's I think the weather's going to be pretty much like it is now, so which is not going to be too bad. There'll be a southerly behind me, so hopefully not dead on the tail, but anyway, we'll see what it is when we get there. Anyway, thank you so much for following still, and yes, if you're thinking about that comment right at the beginning of the video, no, I'm not going further north than Queensland, I'm going further north in Queensland. So before everybody writes in excitedly, where are you going? Yeah, one may wonder, really. Anyway, thank you for following. This is Dawn Radar. Oh, nearly forgot. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to. This is Dawn Radar out. Thanks for watching another Adventures of Foxy Doxie. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you.